In other words, you have very intelligent people, no doubt, to get around the idea of God. They are now forced to posit things like an infinity, to abolish one invisible God. They've got to manufacture an infinity of invisible universes. All of this tells me that as Christians, this is not a road, science, that we should be afraid of. This is a road we should be heading down with our magnifying glasses, because there's a lot of good stuff to be found. I could go on and on about science, but I'm watching a clock in the back of the room, and for reasons of time, I need to adopt the motto that King Henry VIII used with one of his wives. He said, "I can't keep you too long." So I need to fast forward a little bit and talk about morality. I want to address head-on the question I raised earlier, namely, is it true that Christianity is responsible for violence, terrorism, war, conflict? This is actually one of the magic bullets in the holster of modern atheism, and it's very important that we be able to meet it head-on. Like a lot of arguments that are in the end bogus, the argument does contain a molecule of truth. Often when I speak on the campus, I tell students, when you hear an argument that sounds fishy, always ask what is the grain of truth in it, because if it didn't have a grain of truth, no one would believe it. So what's the grain of truth here? Well, the grain of truth is that the Islamic radicals do some bad things in the name of God. That's true. But the point is, there is really nothing equivalent in any other religion. In fact, where are the Buddhist suicide bombers? I'm still waiting for them to show up. Where's the Christian bin Laden? Where's the Christian Hamas or Hezbollah? Where's the Christian country today that's run along the lines of post-Khomeini Iran? It really doesn't exist. But let's explore this argument a little bit further and ask this question. Why are the Israelis fighting the Palestinians? Are they fighting about religion? I mean, are the Israelis saying, you know what, we're Jews, we think Moses was the greater prophet? The Muslims go, no, we're Muslims, we think it was Muhammad, and they come to blows. I mean, is that what they're fighting about? No. They are fighting about land. And similarly, the Hindus and the Muslims are fighting about Kashmir. And if you go to Northern Ireland, they're not fighting about the Eucharist or transubstantiation. They're fighting about which bunch of guys gets to rule that country. Self-determination and not religion is the motor of that conflict.